Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Boss Rush Island 3. Today we're up against Phayze, and we'll be using Benjamin as our hero. Start off with a 032 and 022 Dart Monkey, both on strong targeting, and let's begin this. Pretty much the strategy here is we're going to be getting a degree 20 Dart Paragon, and then going for degree 40 in a different position. So we're going to start off, get up a triple shot, and then get up another triple shot, and then we're going to get up another triple shot. I'm not going to keep on saying it. We get number 5 here, and we're going all the way to 8 before we do anything else, other than just spamming triple shots, and try to make sure they're all on strong. You should really have enough time to do it now, and we're not going to do it later, just because that's like way too much effort. But after we get 8, we're going to do something really original and get down triple shot on strong, but this one's going to be defending balloons. And then we're going to want to get down Benjamin, our hero. You can do it in either order: defend balloons, then get hero, or get hero, then defend, whatever. Up next, we're going to get up a Super Monkey Fan Club, and then get down 2 more Dart Monkeys here on first or strong targeting, doesn't really matter anymore. And we're going to get down 2 Juggernauts, one of each cross path, both on last. Once we have these Juggernauts up, the Super Monkey Fan Club ability is finally ready, which means that we can do a ton of damage and afford another Super Monkey Fan Club, and we're going to place down 4 more Dart Monkeys here. Now, the reason we stop at 4 is because if we place down more of them, it's going to be a bunch of Dart Monkeys out of range who aren't really helping. So we're going to just place down 4 for now, and then get down a favorite trades boat, and then start placing down some more. Now, we're really limited here by the tower limit, which is kind of annoying, kind of not. You know, it depends on how you look at it, because it makes us have to do less work, but it kind of makes getting paragons a little awkward. But we're just going to get up a spike bolt back here, and then now that we've spammed down a bunch more of these Dart Monkeys, we get to take a little bit of a breather here and wait, and the one who has the ability up, we're going to upgrade to a Plasma Monkey Fan Club. Pretty quickly, we're going to run into some problems. You know, once this fan club goes away, we're going to be left with a ton of balloons and not a ton of defense, because we're just going to have a bunch of Dart Monkeys down. So in order to defend against that, we're going to get down an Energizer. We're going to get our Juggernaut up to an Ultra Jug. Kind of did things in a little bit of weird order, which caused me to have to get up a backup Jug as well. But, you know, you don't have to worry too hard. The track, it looks very mean, but with this Ultra Jug position, it can defend like pretty much everything. And after that, you're just going to want to upgrade another 3 of your Dart Monkeys to Super Monkey Fan Clubs. So I did 2 of them while you guys went, you know, it was really fast, it was hard to see. I think I did 2 of them at least, I don't know. I upgraded some of them, and so I'm going to be able to get them up earlier, but you're just going to want to use your Plasma Monkey Fan Club ability, and then when it's gone, you can use 2 Dart Monkey Fan Clubs, and Super Monkey Fan Clubs, and it'll be fine. Get up a 042 Glue Gunner, and you can set it on some targeting if you really want to, but you don't have to. It's going to do fine either way, and we're just going to be using the ability to help out some. Some people like to time it with the Plasma ability, however, I find that it doesn't really buff damage too much when we have that Camouflage Relic, and it can overall just be nice to help out with the AI balloons as well. So you can pair it up if you want to maximize damage, however, I'm just going to use it whenever it comes off cooldown. We're going to fill up a couple more of our slots here, and now, you know, we got those slots back by selling the 2 Juggernauts who are in the top left, if you don't see that they're gone now. And we're just getting down the Crossbow Master. It's going to be able to farm pops and become our Paragon later, which is very, very nice. You can see here the favorite trades has also been making us just a heck of a lot of money. It's very lovely, and pretty soon we're going to be able to go for the Paragon. You maybe noticed that we didn't really get any debuffs, and that's just because it's cheaper not to. So here what we're going to do is look for the 4 monkeys that you upgraded to Super Monkey Fan Clubs and sell them. Don't sell any of the others because, you know, these pops do matter, but we're going to sell them here now that we are at 100k, and we're going to get our Apex Plasma Master by selling our Energizer. If needed, you guys can wait a little bit longer, or, you know, whatever, you guys can sell a couple Dart Monkeys if you miscalculated. just try to do your best in order to not have to sell what you don't need to. And then once we get up the Apex Plus Master, we're going to very quickly get down a boat army. That means that you get a bottom path tier 5, and then you spam down bottom path tier 3s or tier 4s, but I kind of just went with tier 3s here because I'm a little bit slow. But yeah, tier 4 would be ideal. I don't know why I was putting down tier 3s when I could afford it. I think I stopped doing that soon. But yeah, you have to focus on both space and time efficiency, which is a little bit tough, but I think you can manage pretty fine. There is way over 20 spots if you do it perfectly. However, I didn't do it perfectly. I only ended up with 18 spots. Money's not a big issue here, though. Luckily, this boss, we get plenty of money for what our goals are, and what we can do with the rest of our tower slots is spam a bunch of 042s. The reason we're not getting a 052 is simply because it would be nerfing our Paragon some, and we need our Paragon to be dealing as much damage as we can make it do in order to get us more money more quicker. So here you can see we're just kind of using our fan club abilities in such a way that it's always up but not going to like deplete. So if you use them all at once, you're going to run out of them, but if you try to use them kind of spread out, even just by a couple seconds, like we have so many of them, you're not going to run out. Anyways, after that, once we get about $100,000 more, we're just going to put down all of our tier 5 super monkeys right here. The ideal spot for the Paragon is kind of where the Crossbow Master or Ultra Jug is, and what we're going to want to do is get up a second Crossbow Master as well, of course, to make our Paragon a higher degree. And you can see that I am selling boats slowly and placing down a bunch more of these Super Monkey fan clubs. Of course, you want to crosspath them. Crosspath doesn't really matter, but bottom path will give it, a little bit of time to deal a little bit of damage. Again, it does not really matter. The pops aren't really what we're looking for here. It's mostly the tier count. So yeah, here we are just spamming them. Placement does not matter. Do not worry about the fact that these guys aren't really going to be hitting balloons. We just want them for the tiers. Alright, and so we sell our boats in order to get slots to place dart monkeys. Here we're kind of doing the final bit of selling the boats, and you want to, when there's no DDTs out, sell your dart paragon and then place down a new one. We get up to degree 50, which is a little overkill. You guys can just chill with the degree 40, but I wanted to kind of optimize it some, and before Phayze turns the bend there, so you can see that my dart monkey can barely see it, which is a good time to buy. So whenever Phayze is about where I'm showing you, that's when you should buy the dart paragon. In order to just squeeze out a little bit more damage, we're going to be getting up a 520 cripple Moab. I am of course going to be speeding up the rest of this video, as now we have the main paragon and there's not really too much to do. We're just getting up the cripple Moab and some other things to kind of support ourselves. If this guide helped you out, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and use code YOBOI, that's YOBOI, in the BTD6 shop. Helps me out. People say a ton, which I guess is true if you're a big YouTuber, but so far I've made 20 bucks in the past 2 months off the code, which is, pretty... I like having money, and it costs you guys nothing to do, so, I'd rather have 20 bucks than not have 20 bucks, and all it takes is you guys to type in 5 letters, so, come on, cut me some slack here. Just type it in. Even if you're not going to buy anything, I'd recommend typing it in, because I typed in a code, 4 years ago, completely forgot about it, then I realized when I made my first ever purchase that ISAB got, $1, which is pretty cool. And, yeah, in 4 years from now, when I haven't uploaded a video in 3 years, I'd like to see another $1 enter my bank account. Here we get up some sabotage to, slow down the balloon some, because I don't really trust this dart paragon. He's kind of suspicious. I don't know, just look at that guy. And, of course, the mat is helping out with damage. And we get a flying fortress, and then we just go for middle path sniper. Middle path sniper is just to buff the top path sniper. See, the 520 doesn't have full uptime, but with the middle path's 33% buff, it has closer to full uptime. Hope this video helps you guys out, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. Bye.